Hey everyone, what's up? And welcome back to my channel. Let's circle back real quick with a mini road so far. Gwen got married last Saturday, July 15th. All day Sunday into Monday, family members and friends that were in attendance were posting photos, and the event looked like a really good time. Fans noticed how jovial everyone looked, and since many of the kids have grown up, moved away, and started their own families, it was really nice to see the family back together again. Someone noticeably absent from family photos was Kody, Gwen's father, and of course, Robyn, his last wife standing. There were big group photos posted and no Kody or Robyn, so a lot of fans, myself included, assumed that they didn't go. Well, lo and behold, Kody and Robyn pop up in the background of some photos and videos, so they did go. Amazing. Kudos to Kody and Robyn for doing the right thing, right? Kody wasn't front and center in any pictures that surfaced, but good on him for showing up for his daughter. Well, lo and behold, that although Kody wasn't photographed frolicking about on the dance floor, he did not hesitate to make the event somewhat about himself. Confirmed by Gwen, apparently the reason why Kody and Robyn were not in the family photos that were circulating social media is because he and Robyn showed up 2 hours late. Yes, I said 2 hours late. I have to imagine that even if their car blew up and all of the roads were closed, they could have walked to the event in less than 2 hours. Being 2 hours late to a wedding is a huge middle finger to the people putting on the event. You may as well not go. Appearing all of a sudden when a wedding is already well underway means that all of the partygoers are going to divert their attention from the party and focus on the people that just showed up halfway through. I was watching Tony and Mykelti's latest live on their Patreon, and they also confirmed that Kody and Robyn showed up late. I kind of feel bad for Mykelti sometimes because I notice she will explain why something is the way it is in her family, thinking that's completely reasonable because it is to her. But a lot of us watching are like, that doesn't really make it better, and maybe your explanation just made it worse. And in this video, I'm talking about 2 examples of that. First example, Kody and Robyn showing up late. To Mykelti, it was perfectly reasonable that Kody and Robyn weren't in the family photos because they were just late. But not, oh my god, I'm stuck in traffic late. They were, I don't give a flying fuck about my daughter. She should just be lucky I'm here at all kind of late. Mykelti discussed that it was a little bit awkward when Kody and Robyn did show up. And I was reading on Reddit that Gwen mentioned that some people were upset by their presence until Gwen informed them that she invited them. I'm sure it would have been a whole lot easier for Gwen to have mitigated any awkwardness if Kody and Robyn were at least punctual or even offered to show up early. That's what I would have done if I was attending a wedding and maybe the vibes were a little off because of tension. Like, hey, let's get all of that out of the way so that when the time comes to celebrate Gwen and Beatrice, the focus is where it should be, on Gwen and Beatrice. So cool, Kody and Robyn were there, but it kind of seems like they detracted from Gwen's big day, and that's not cool. The next example of Mykelti explaining things with good intentions, but somehow making it come off worse, was addressing the absence of Robyn's kids from the wedding. In the Patreon live, Mykelti confirms none of their siblings from Robyn's bloodline were in attendance. She says, quote, a couple of them were traveling and Aurora was at home watching Saul and Ari. I had so many thoughts when I heard this. First, I think we're all wondering, is Aurora the new nanny? Mykelti says that because Gwen's wedding was held at a bar, Robyn and Kody assumed it was a no kids allowed situation. Does literally no one in this family communicate? So many family problems would be solved or avoided entirely with a little bit of communication. I think back to season 16 when Gabe and Garrison are peeling logs on Coyote Pass with Kody, and they're discussing how the COVID protocols and the rules have been lost in the world's worst game of telephone. Had Kody communicated directly with his kids, a whole lot of heartache and bad feelings would not have taken place. I am just cynical enough and skeptical of Kody and Robyn's intentions at this point to not buy this malarkey for a second. 2 of Gwen's full sisters are underage, Isabel and Truly. Did they really think they wouldn't be in attendance for Gwen's wedding? Mykelti says in their live that she didn't have a babysitter, so she asked Gwen about the kid situation. Typically, and I think Kody has been involved in enough weddings to know that the invite usually says no kids if it's no kids. And if you are not sure, you ask. And I've been to weddings where it's no kids except for the family of the people getting married. That's also completely acceptable. What absolutely is not acceptable is just assuming it's no kids, so you keep 5 of Gwen's siblings away from celebrating her special day with her. That is fucked up. Yet again, Robyn and Kody, but I think this one is mostly Robyn, have othered her kids unnecessarily. Gwen is planning a whole-ass wedding, and I don't fault her for not explicitly stating kids were A-okay. Robyn supposedly assumed kids were not allowed, but I think a more logical and rational assumption is that if Gwen invited them, she wanted her siblings there as well. I mean, that's an assumption I would likely make. I'm sure Truly would have loved to have other kids, her siblings that are around her age, to hang out with at the wedding. And 100% it has to make the older 3 at the McMansion feel like they were left out. And based off the Thanksgiving conversation we witnessed in season 16, I have no doubt that that is exactly how Robyn made it seem. So while Kody and Robyn showing up for Gwen's wedding might first appear magnanimous, the totality of their behavior surrounding such a special day is really appalling, and honestly, from the sound of things, it probably would have been less of a spectacle if they just skipped the festivities altogether. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel.